It's Tove Felchu, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly cheat sheet to all that's happening on the Great White Way. Or as we like to think of it, the place, unlike the USA Network, which Aaron Tve will always be able to call home. What's the buzz, Beth?
Two highly anticipated shows made major announcements this week. Waitress confirmed what we already knew. Tony winner Jessie Mueller will be its star server. The new musical from Grammy nominee Sarah Bareilles will play the Brooks Atkinson Theatre starting March 25th. Meanwhile, the Duncan Sheik musical American Psycho has found a home. The show, starring Benjamin Walker, will begin previews at the Gerald Schoenfeld Theatre on March 24th. The spring is shaping up to be full of pies and corpses. That reminds me of something.
John Krasinski, who had his breakout role playing Jim Halper on 9 seasons of NBC's The Office, will make his stage debut in the world premiere of Sarah Burgess's play Dry Powder at the Public Theater this spring. Krasinski will play Seth, a managing director at a private equity firm who tries to help his CEO rebound from a publicity nightmare by investing in an American-made luggage company. Directed by Hamilton's Thomas Kail, the comedy will begin performances at the Off-Broadway Theater on March 1st, 2016. And if all is right with the universe, the rest of the Office cast will soon be joining him.
Will Barbra Streisand really make a new feature film of Gypsy? Some strong Hollywood buzz is still saying yes, and this week John Travolta revealed he might be her top choice to play Hubby Herbie in the movie musical. The Grease star also confirmed Lady Gaga remains in the picture for the role of Louise, the wallflower who becomes Gypsy Rose Lee. The last 5 years, writer-director Richard LaGravenese, who is of course an Oscar-nominated screenwriter, is hard at work on the script. 3 iconic stars and a great writer taking on one of the best musicals ever written. All we need now is a release date.
Ready for your casting update? Two-time Tony nominee Andy Karl, Something Rotten's Brad Oscar, Tony winners Chuck Cooper and Judy Kaye, Ron Raines and more will join Megan Hilty and Annie Get Your Gun at New York City Center. John Rando will direct the concert presentation, which is scheduled to take place on October the 27th and 28th. Meanwhile, former Broadway Cinderella Carly Rae Jepsen is the one that Fox wants. The pop princess will star as iconic Pink Lady Frenchie in Grease Live next January.
New York Post theater columnist Michael Riedel has delivered a fascinating chunk of stage history with his first book, Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway. This fact-filled page-turner will take you back to the crooked Broadway that was gasping its last breath in the 70s and teach you how some shrewd producers and creative geniuses brought it back to life. Get all the dirt on the Schuberts and the Niederlanders and see how stage smashes like The Elephant Man, Nicholas Nickleby, Cats, Dreamgirls, and more saved Broadway. Razzle Dazzle is a modern classic, a must-read, and a double thumbs up.
Thumbs down to USA Network for cancelling our Broadway boyfriend Aaron Tve's show Graceland. Tveit tots across the world were devastated to learn that the thriller, which also stars Great White Way alum Daniel Sunjata, will not be renewed for a 4th season. We're hoping that the silver lining in this is that after Tveit has donned Danny Zuko's leather jacket in Fox's Grease Live, he will have time in his schedule to return to the boards.
If you Google the phrase rugged good looks, our star of the week will undoubtedly pop up on your screen. Yes, I'm talking about Clive Owen. The charismatic British actor is making his Broadway debut in Harold Pinter's Old Times opposite Eve Best and Kelly Riley. In the play, Owen really shows off his acting chops, gamely singing off-key, crying on cue, and practically purring as he describes sipping a light ale as he gazes up a skirt. It's a wonderfully intense performance from the Hollywood headliner. Welcome to Broadway, Clive. You're the star of the week.
The Sound of Music has hit the road, bringing the Singing Von Trapps to a town near you very soon. The Rodgers and Hammerstein score is filled with classics like Climb Every Mountain, Do Re Mi, and 16 Going on 17, sung by young lovers Liesl and Rolf. After the show's opening night in LA, we asked the stars what their love lives were like when they were 16 going on 17. Their answers are this week's pop poll.
I think I was still punching boys to tell them I liked them at 16. I was such a little dork.
I was boy crazy. Ooh, the football players, ooh, the soccer players. And then of course I dated the drama geeks, typical theater girl.
I'd say mine was non-existent. Theater nerd.
I was taking cotillion dance classes. I was actually touching a girl for the first time in a dance class, which was weird.
I would just sort of chase people around, and no one would give me the time of day.
Oh my God. I lost my virginity when I was 16. Is that too much to say right now? That was my love life. There you go.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with a sneak peek at Tony nominee Ramin Karimloo crooning the hell out of Being Alive from Company and from the Japan-bound and hopefully Great White Way-bound Prince of Broadway. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.